Would you rather be making love with wet socks on or holding her with Cheeto dust on your fingers?
The Cheeto dust. Come on, I hitting it from the back. Like, come on, like God, slap it a little bit. Now the Cheeto dust on the ass. Like,
does how big my tip is matter?
Whoa.
And I guess it depends on who's taking the tip. But let's discuss. Talk about the barbershop.
Okay, all right. So,
Talk about the barbershop.
That does not clear things up. What are you and your barber doing? So I can't lick it at all?
no, you can look at it. Just
Flip that. Flip that.
Good morning. Let's go. Testing 1 2 1 2.
Your mornings are about to get a whole lot messier.
Stop calling me that, you heifer.
Can we say that on air?
You guys are wild.
Wake your ass up.
With Vont, Chap, and Justis. This is Morning Commute.
Wake me up.
Coming to you live from the center of attention. It is the worst podcast in the world, the greatest podcast on the globe, the messiest morning show podcast.
Hold on, Vaughn. That was a bar.
Right.
That was a bar. Hold on.
Come on, baby. Back.
Hold on. Was that off the dome?
Off the Dimsdale Dimmadome, my guy.
Wow. I'm impressed.
From the center of attention. See, I got my little poppy curls. I got a line. I'm feeling good today, brother. It's Morning Commute, the messiest morning show podcast. Thanks for tapping in, whether this is your first episode or whether you've been here since the very beginning when we did this thing back in college 6 years ago. Allow us to introduce ourselves. I am your blessed, black, but equal and highly favored host, Vont Leak, joined always by my brothers in podcast crime, Justin Chapman. We call him Chappie.
What's good, niggas in the gets?
And he thought he cooked just there. And Justin
Come on, I'm trying to get off the dome too. Like, damn.
Right. He definitely thought he cooked just now. All our white listeners listening are like, hey, what about me? Hey.
my wiggets, you know.
And my brother, Justice Greg. Do me a favor, before we even get into the podcast, you're listening on whatever podcast platform you're listening on, but go on Instagram and go on TikTok, search at Morning Commute Pod, go follow the gang, because we get just as messy over there. I'm just let you know that right now. You comment something, you give us the right to, not to cuss, I don't want to say cuss you back out, because that kind of turns you off, but you give us the right to go back and forth with you on socials.
Depends on what it is. We'll cuss you out.
Brothers, we got so much to pod about today. There's a new movie on the internet that has got people divided. Me and Justice saw it like 2 weeks ago when it first dropped, and I'm so glad Chap finally seen it, so we're going to talk about it.
Yes,
Zendaya's in it. But first up on the dock, does how big my tip is matter? Whoa. And I guess it depends on who's taking the tip. But let's discuss. Talk about the barbershop.
Okay, all right. So,
Talk about the barbershop.
That does not clear things up. What are you and your barber doing?
So I need to talk to y'all about something that happened when I went to my barber. Not once, not twice, but thrice.
this ought to be a scary story, Justice.
I'm not feeling this so far.
I lost you. I cooked when I started and I lost you already.
How many times are you giving your barber the tip?
Listen up. Listen, I'll tell you.
So he's gonna tell us.
I have a PowerPoint presentation to show you, actually.
Okay.
No, so my barber has canceled or like rescheduled appointments on me or postponed appointments to, I think, maybe 3 times in a row now. The first time he was like, yo, it was day of. I had an appointment. He was like, yo, some shit happened. I got to go take care of my daughter. Can we reschedule? I got you with a discount next time. Valid, right? Things happen. Second time. So I went to that appointment. Now this is a whole separate appointment. Day of, my man texts me and says, yo, I got to reschedule today's appointment because the shop's actually closed. In my head, I'm like, then why are you open on like the booking thing if the shop is closed? And I think I texted him. I was like, bro, this is the second time you rescheduled it on me. He was like, I know, man. Sorry, whatever. Reschedule for the next day. It's now the next day. At the time of my postponed appointment, I get an email that says, Vont, your appointment has been modified again. I'm like, bruh, what, like, how often are you allowed to keep redoing this? Because if this was me, right, if I'm the customer rescheduling my appointment the day of and this many times, I'm pretty sure I got to pay some type of fee, like a last minute cancellation fee.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes.
Even nail techs or hair salons or shit where you have to book a deposit. And then if you cancel within like 24 to 48 hours, or even I think doctor's appointments are like that. Not doctor's appointments, that's like therapy appointments. Like, bro, I could have had somebody else in this time.
Yes, exactly.
Isn't that how it works whenever you go make an appointment? You should get some type of discount or your cut should be free if the barber has to cancel.
You should. I think it's all about mutual respect, like you said. I don't know about y'all. I follow a lot of barbers on like Facebook and Instagram, and you see everybody prices going up. But people complaining that the price is going up and the you know, the services that you're getting are not matching. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm paying $60 for a haircut, why is it only 10 minutes, a 10-minute slot, or 15 minutes, or you know, back in the day, you used to get the you know, the beard thing, you know, with the hot rag and stuff like that.
You get the hot towel.
Yeah,
Sometimes
exactly.
they'll do the little steam on your face.
Exactly. All for $25. Now it's $40, and you got to pay for your mustache for $15 extra dollars more. I feel like that's kind of crazy. I mean, inflation going up, but you know, the services still need to be there. The care needs to be there. So I agree.
Look, shit happens, life happens, but I just think that 3 times canceling and rescheduling in a row is crazy. Like you just can't do that, especially like if you're like a barber, like someone who has like a service like that. You're gonna lose customers like that. Like I'm kind of surprised that you're not looking for other barbers and shit.
And that's the problem. I think in general, right? It's hard to find good barbers, right?
No. It's not hard to find good barbers. It's hard to trust people because there's good people out there. You just don't know, because obviously somebody can give you a good tip like, hey, Justice, like I know somebody that could cut hair, but he might cut your hair good, not my head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't trust that.
And also, I mean, I live in Minnesota, and so it took me a long time to find this barber, right? Because there's not a lot of like black barbers or barbers that know how to cut black people the way that I want. You know, it's a thing.
We don't want no scissors. We don't want no scissors type shit. We need razors, my nigga.
The reason I said the thing about a big tip is because I'm me. No, I'm kidding. It's because I don't think I gave my man a tip after the last haircut I got, because I was like, bro, you just doing too much.
He should not have expected one.
Right, exactly.
After canceling 3 times, there's no way he was like, what? No tip? That's like if I go to a restaurant and like the waitress dropped my food and then forgot my drink, and like, you're not getting a tip after that. Like, hell no.
I will say though, it's not the worst barbershop experience I've ever had. I used to go to a barber, probably one of the best barbers in Central Jersey that I used to go to religiously. I would make an appointment and still be waiting in the barbershop for 2 hours, bro.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah, I experienced that when I was like a kid. This barber we used to go to, he used to do that, and like sometimes like celebrities like used to come in, like he used to cut like some athletes, like people from the Giants.
Hated
and
that.
He would let them go before us. Like that's why I hated going to the barbershop.
BS.
To the point where my dad was like, fuck all that. That's when I started going to my barber, shout out Ali, that I still go to this day, because like that's why I hated going to the barbershop as a kid, like, because we'd be there for hours.
Me and my girl talk about this all the time, because, you know, ladies, they have it even worse, in my opinion, with the hairstylist paying $200 for braids and shit like that. People just don't know hospitality. People think it's so easy to start a business, but don't know how it is to run a business. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you could cut hair, but do you know how to run a barbershop? No. You got to learn first.
That's facts.
You should have got a free cut, to be honest.
You ain't getting no tip from Big League.
Big League is disgusting. Yo, niggas be changing when they get cuts, bro. I swear to God, bro. They just be acting different, bro. You see, all the time, like, it's crazy. I called my boy the other day. He just got a cut, bro, and he just acting like, you see how he's acting right now. Like, yo, he was on the phone. He was like, damn, where my keys at? I lost my keys. Like, I'm just like, bro, what are you doing right now? Yeah, I'm just like, what are you doing right now, gang? Like, I get it. You got a cut.
You look good, you feel good, bro.
Exactly.
You see that little hair thing he just did? He never does that.
Me? Like this? When I shake my hair?
Look at Big.
My boy say he got hang time.
Yo, y'all remember a couple of months ago I told y'all the story about the artist, the up and coming artist at some point. His name was David. I was supposed to interview him, and then literally the day of, allegations came out about him.
Crazy.
Well, there's an update, a very interesting update that I'm surprised it took this long. I want to discuss. Let's get into the Black Twitter report.
From the latest rap beefs to the hottest debates, and even the messiest celebrity scandals in between, it's the Black Twitter report on Morning Commute.
Young artist named David just turned 22. No, he just turned 21 actually. So
yeah,
he's a young boy.
He's young, yeah.
Very young boy. So if you don't remember the story, a couple of months ago, I was supposed to interview him in person at our radio station. The morning of, my boss sends me a text message that says interview is canceled because he got sick. Funny enough, earlier that morning, I had saw an article on a very unreliable news site, so I didn't think it was real, that said a decomposing body of a minor in the trunk of his Tesla in California. Like I said, it was unreliable. Turns out that 14-year-old was a girl that he was dating, and he is now arrested and in custody for having murdered said girl and having relations with her.
Get him out of here.
So there's so many things, and I don't want to dive deep into it because it's very gross. But they collected his cell phone and they found disgusting shit on his phone.
A lot of it,
bro. This was like September when this interview was supposed to happen. So why he just got arrested a week ago? When the girl, her name is Celeste, she's a 14-year-old. The body that they found, her mom, I think first of all, I think she had a tattoo that said his name. Let's get that out the way. Or that said David. There's a lot of Davids, but I mean, like, what are the odds, right? And then the mom even was like, yes, I know him. They were together.
Arrest the parent too.
Why do you say that?
Because apparently the mother knew, or the parents knew that she was dating him or knew that she was with him. Also, somebody said David was paying out $10K to the parents while like the girl was staying with them. Arrest him too. You knew this was going on.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
As a 14-year-old.
That's unacceptable, bro.
I read that prosecutors said that David murdered the girl to protect his music career because she threatened to expose him for having relations with her. Look how that worked out for you, buddy.
But guys, I'm telling you right now, he didn't do it alone. I could be an unpopular opinion. Maybe it's just my conspiracy theorist mind. He did not do this alone. He was
Why do you
not
say
doing
that?
by himself. Bro, nobody's chopping up nobody. And this is from a person that watched crime documentaries 24/7. Nobody's chopping up nobody. Nobody's chopping up nobody's by themselves unless they done it before. So it's either more bodies or there's more people involved.
Yeah, I know when the shit started happening, you were one to say like something's fishy. Like you weren't quick to jump to him doing it. I've been saying I think it's him. I think it's all him. Obviously there's still so much we don't know. And I think that the reason why it's all coming out now because I think they want to do their investigation first, like away from the public side because it's easier that way. Mm-hmm. But as it goes on, we're gonna get more and more information, and eventually we'll get the documentaries and shit. The stuff they found on his phone is disgusting, and like the amount of it. We know it was 40 terabytes that they found on his phone. We don't know if it's
I did not know that.
Yes,
40
exactly. We don't know if it's all CP, but bro, anybody who knows anything about computers, I don't think you understand how much 40 terabytes is. It's 40? A lot. It's a lot, gang. Like my hard drive that I use for everything is 8, and like so. 40 terabytes of that?
40.
Yes, bro. Yes. That dude is sick. He was sick. So
wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys didn't hear that.
Where do people get child pornography from? And 40 terabytes?
Don't ask that question on
40. 40.
Yeah. I don't want to know.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I don't want to either. But like it's not like it's available somewhere. Like you gotta dig deep.
Dark web type shit.
Exactly. Yeah. If you really want to get it, then you really want to get it. And 40, my guy.
Crazy. Yeah, when I saw that number, I was like, hold on.
40 terabytes. For context, they don't even. I don't even think they make laptops regularly that are like 1 terabyte. Like I think you have to special order a 1 terabyte laptop.
Oh my
so 40,
God, bro.
Crazy.
Do you think we're getting a documentary?
Absolutely. Netflix is working on it right now.
Well, first we'll get the Hulu because Hulu be making documentaries like a day after shit happens. But they're always ass though. But the real documentary,
they give the early developments. That's what it is.
I better not get no calls.
Nah, you get a call.
You wouldn't want to be part of the doc?
No.
Why not?
I gotta go find. You know what I want? I want to find my list of questions that I was gonna ask him because I don't know what I was gonna ask. That he was a very low key artist.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Right, you were going to interview him, right? Let's say he never canceled, and you saw that report. Do you think that you would have asked him about that?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think I would have wanted to, but record labels are very, very strange in the sense that sometimes they'll give you if you have bad press going on, or not even bad press, just like baby mama drama. They'll tell you stay away from that, right? But Charlemagne wrote in his book like he doesn't work for record labels. He works for the people. He does interviews for people. So if it's a question I want to ask, whether you choose to answer, it says a lot about you and whatever the fuck you got going on.
It does. I was just gonna bring up. You mentioned Charlemagne. I was gonna bring up it was the interview with Tyler.
Yes.
Where he asked I forgot something like a dating question, something that nobody even cares about, and like the fact that she like looked at her team and the team was like, oh no, don't answer that. It made. Not only did it like made the question seem more important than it was, it made her seem more disingenuous.
Yeah.
And I feel like it kind of like changed the perception of her. So that's why I asked, like, I wonder if he would have how he would have answered that, or if he would have even answered that.
So y'all work in media. So how do y'all feel, Vaughn Justice? How do you feel? What are your personal opinions about asking questions or like taking a sheet of stuff you can't talk about before you interview somebody?
I think it's a tough line, right? Because the other thing is a lot of these artists are under the same label, so you don't want to piss off label reps because then you'll just skew relationships. Period. Right? You don't. Then if let's just say I interview David and he's under, let's just say like Universal, then Universal's gonna be like, oh, we told him not to ask this. He asked it. We don't want him to do any interviews with anybody that's under Universal. And what if under like UMG is a Tyler, is a Tate McRae, is a Shabuzi or some shit, you know?
True.
So it's tough, but I also believe in like real journalism. Like Justice and I, and this is such a micro example, but it's true. In college, Justice and I interviewed the president of our university. They were doing layoffs of over 100 faculty and staff, but our president of the university was getting a raise, and they didn't tell us not to ask it, but like, who has the balls to ask the president of the university, like, yo, why are you laying people off, but you're giving yourself more money? We asked him, and what did he do, Justice?
He was definitely dodging the question there for sure.
He scooted around the question.
He did, and we even doubled down. But that's what a good journalist does. If I'm in that situation where like the label gives me a list, I feel like most of the time I probably would adhere to it. Like, okay, I won't just want to ask the stuff, but I think it depends. Like, if there's an artist that like isn't that known and the only thing that people are talking about is like who they're dating, I'll probably just ask anyway. Or if it's like something important, like another example is when Kodak Black was on Hot 97 and Ebro asked him about his sexual assault allegations and he walked out. I feel like that's important.
I do remember that.
We're not like, that's not something to skate over. Like, I'm not just going to talk about your album. You got allegations out. I'm going to ask you about that. You know what I mean?
But to answer your question, Chap or Justice, would I have asked David about the decomposing body in his trunk rumors if I had the chance to interview him that day? Probably not, because that nigga murdered a little girl. So if I ask him about it, what's he gonna do to me? You know what I'm saying? That's not funny, but it's true.
I mean,
it's fucked up, but like, I might be next. You know, he's showing me what he's capable of.
That's not funny, but it's so funny, bro.
That nigga might pull out a knife in the interview.
that's crazy.
You definitely would have made the documentary then.
Go follow us on Instagram at Morning Commute Pod, or else you won't get invited to the cookout.
Thanks for listening. If you're on Apple Podcasts, iHeart, or if you're watching on Spotify or YouTube, it's Morning Commute with Vont, Leaks, Justin Chapman, and Justice Greg. Let's do Pick Your Poison, fellas. It's like an extreme version of Would You Rather. We're going to give you two options. You got to choose this day on which one you're going to do. Pick your poison. Have Cheeto dust on your fingers for a year, or walk around with wet socks for a year?
As always, I got some questions. Now. Now, with the Cheeto dust, right? Like, if I lick them off my fingers, does it just like reappear, or is it just always there?
No, it's always there. You don't lick anything off. It's just there.
So I can't lick it at all?
No, you can lick it. It's just
Clip that. Clip that.
I'm just asking because like that's like an infinite snack right there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if my socks are always wet, can I just wear no socks? Or do I have to wear the socks?
No, you have to wear the socks. You see how he's trying to get around this. It's crazy.
Think about it like this, right? And this is a very odd way of thinking about it, but stick with me. Which one would you rather be in the bedroom with Shawty and have to deal with? Think about it.
Man.
Would you rather be making love with wet socks on, or holding her with Cheeto dust on your fingers?
The Cheeto dust. Come on, I hitting it from the back. Like, come on, now. Like, God. Slap it a little bit. Now the Cheeto dust.
Now without the Cheeto dust.
Chap, you ain't worried about messing up her pH balance with the Cheeto fingers, nigga?
Nah, we ain't going. we ain't doing all that. We ain't doing all that.
I see. You know what's crazy? I was going with the socks, but that whole scenario, it kind of changed my answer. Well, I was gonna say at first I was thinking Cheetos, but like if we're talking about the bedroom, I low-key would rather have the wet socks.
Honest. No.
But you need your fingers, gang.
Not really, though.
At least you got a delicious snack on it, though. Come on.
Bro, you gonna be kissing her fingers? You gonna be smelling cheese, bro?
Yeah, she like Cheetos too. Come on.
Because you don't really need your fingers, though. I mean, you don't need your feet, but like, I don't want to be.
You don't need your feet at all.
Why do you need your fingers?
I don't. There's things you could do
My
with your
boy
fingers.
doing the handstand.
I ain't doing shit with my feet.
If you're doing enough, you don't need your fingers.
Okay, true.
Yeah.
But you need your hands in some capacity, no?
Imagine dating a snow bunny, and so you doing what you're doing, slap her ass, but then when you slapping it, you just see like an orange handprint with the Cheeto Puff print.
Hey man, that's the next Cheeto commercial. I'm telling you.
It low-key is.
But Vont type right now that I think about it, you really don't need no hands for. I mean, it's just,
you're gonna use your hands.
Extra.
It's like a roller coaster. I'm going Cheeto Puff fingers.
I think I'm gonna go wet socks. I think I could get used to it more than the Cheeto fingers.
Yeah, that's crazy. Vont, I'm with you. I'm doing the Cheetos.
Okay, pick your poison. Have Cheeto dust on your fingers for a year, or walk around with wet socks for a year. In the comments, hit us and let us know. First of all, who's crazier, and second, which one you would do.
Morning Commute, Vont, Chap, Just, you already know. So, Chap, you finally saw the drama in theaters.
Yep.
Finally. Give me your quick little review on the movie. What did you
Quick
think
little
of it?
review. I'm gonna give it my rating because I always give my movies a rating.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Great acting, great plot. The Twilight guy, never know his name. Bro probably had the best performance of the night. A range of emotions. You just saw him go from happy to sad to belligerent to tearing down. Like, bro was just all over the place, but I loved it. Zendaya also had great acting. And obviously we already know the range that Zendaya has, but I think it was just good to see her in that capacity. I think the way they cut it up, like, it was just, in my opinion, when I first started watching the movie, I knew they were alluding to something. Like, it just seemed like something was coming. So when the big drop came, it just went all downhill from there. I was like, God damn.
So, not to spoil it. We're going to spoil it.
No, we're going to spoil it.
Spoiler if you haven't seen it yet.
It's Robert Pattinson and Zendaya are a couple. They're literally getting married in a couple days. And they're doing like a little family, like a game night, just hanging out with some friends or whatever. And they play a game, what's the worst thing you've ever done? There's 2 other friends in the group. They all share. And their things are like mild. Robert Pattinson was like kind of chill. And then, Zendaya says that she almost went through with the school shooting.
Yeah, she like planned it out and everything, right? And I guess to give even more context, it's not like she like had a change of heart. Basically, another school shooting happened, and like a classmate, or another mass shooting happened, and a classmate had died. Yeah. So she decided not to do it anymore.
You saw how in the movie it like mentally, in every capacity, mentally, emotionally fucked up Robert Pattinson.
I feel like Robert, the guy, the husband, I feel like he did. Yes, he has a right to feel some type of, anxiety around like whether he feel like she still has those feelings. But she also sat there and explained to him why she felt the way she felt. The bad part is the only thing that stopped you was that it was another school shooting. But after then, she became a gun
advocate,
like gun advocate. You know what I'm saying?
Gun safety advocate. Yeah,
exactly, gun safety advocate. She acknowledged that like it was wrong. She also told them that she was bullied, like she was isolated. Her parents obviously didn't look like they were in the picture when she was younger. Her father's in the army type shit. So I feel like not that there's some understanding that she would go through with that, but I can see the events that led up to that. And not saying it's validated, but I can see that route. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I disagree with you, Chap. I don't know if that would be your reaction. I don't think you'd be so quick to be like, it's all good, like water under the bridge, because I'm not saying that her character was like evil by any means. Kids, I think that the effect that bullying has on kids is like still like, it's crazy to me. And it seemed like, like right after she became a gun safety advocate, she really just needed to be a part of something as a kid,
yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying that she is inherently evil, but at the same time, I think that the fact that she never said anything about this, he had no information.
But why
would
she though?
But I'm saying she was so good to hide it. How could I even trust you?
But who's telling your partner that out of the blue?
I understand.
Hey, nice to meet you. I was a school shooter. I was going to be a school shooter at one point.
But there is no out of the blue, though, I think. At least I don't know how long they had been together before they got engaged. I've been with Alyssa for 4 years, and I can't think of one thing off the top of my head that Alyssa doesn't know about me. So I feel like in some capacity, it should come up. You know what I mean?
That's a pretty serious thing to hide. And like, if you're hiding this serious of a thing, what else could you be hiding?
Not even hiding. She lied about it. She lied about why she was half deaf.
She did. All right, she did lie about that. She did lie about that.
That's a pretty big deal.
It's not like it didn't come up. She deliberately hid it.
Again, different time, and she has remorse. Did she not?
I don't know if I would have got married like a week after. We would have had to let's delay this for a little bit.
I do understand that, but mind you, they were already in the works of getting it done. So nothing could be, really cut off at that point. Also, I felt like the friend stretched it like 5 miles down the line. Like she was just doing the most in the movie.
God.
So she just made shit worse for all of them.
She was so annoying, unbearable.
Because he would have been fine if she wasn't in the picture. It's crazy. We had this conversation before. You know how people say your partner's supposed to be your ride or die or whatever. And I'm a big morals person. So me and my girl had this conversation one time about like, oh, if you killed somebody, or like if I were to kill somebody, would you help hide the body? Or if I told you, would you snitch on me and whatever? And I told her, I'm like, I would snitch. You're wrong. But Zendaya in this movie did not go through it. That's the big thing for me. She did not go through it. She's remorseful.
You don't know.
I mean, you don't know, but that's what everybody. I could be sitting here talking with y'all. Y'all think about guns.
And that was the other thing that I really liked. I don't like that they tried to rationalize it, but I did like the perspective of, we don't know who we've walked past that might have thought about doing it or have come as close.
True.
We have no clue. So if you haven't seen the drama, it is in theaters, I think, still now. It is a really, really good movie. Robert Pattinson, Zendaya. Really Robert Pattinson, but they both did their damn thing. We are the Messiest Morning Show podcast, so every week we bring you something we found on the internet that is so messy. Did you guys see this video of, I didn't know who Noah Lyles was. He's an Olympian.
Yep, Olympic runner. Mm-hmm.
He and his now wife got married, and they did a first look. It was a really, really beautiful first look, but the video was going viral on Instagram because he's facing criticism over his reaction to when he saw her. On Instagram because he's facing criticism. His reaction was very like stale. He literally was like, "Oh wow, that's not the one I thought you chose."
It wasn't stale. We got to use a different word for that.
Okay, tell me why you say that.
Because, bro, that's how he is. Like, if you look in the comments, people are telling like, "Hey, I know this guy. That's just him." They have a joking matter. This is why everybody don't need to be in everybody's relationship because everybody. First of all, in the comments, there's a lot of people that's not even together with their person. They not married. They don't even not even in a relationship, and they want to comment on how other people are reacting. Bro, it's fine. She wasn't upset. Everybody's cool. We just need to like mind our relationships. In my opinion, it's fine. I didn't see any problem with it.
I don't disagree, but I do think bro could have said, "Oh, you look beautiful." I think he could have cried or shed a little tear or something. He very much was just like observing her up and down.
This reminds me of a personal story of mine, actually. So last week we were talking about proms a little bit. So basically, my girlfriend at the time, we were getting ready for prom, and like she kept like sending me videos of like people looking at like brides and like crying or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I think she was like expecting me to cry when I saw her, like, and I'm not a crier. Like I don't cry.
This is also prom. Like we're 16, 17
now,
years old.
obviously, I've learned that some people take prom seriously than others.
They definitely do.
So when I saw her, don't get me wrong, I was like, wow, you look amazing. But I was not crying. Like, I wasn't, none of that. I'm like, and like, I think she was like a little disappointed in my reaction and shit. I feel like some people are kind of just socially awkward. And in this situation, there's cameras around, so yeah, maybe some people didn't like his reaction, but not everything is going to be like a fucking fairy tale moment. Oh my God, like doves come out of the sky. Like, no, bro, like we're people, we're normal people. Some people are socially awkward. Not everything is going to be picture perfect, bro. Like,
that's
know
cool.
your people.
I think my man could have just could have thrown a "you're beautiful" in there. That's all I'm saying.
Sure,
even if he didn't cry, he never said "you're beautiful," "this dress looks nice," "you're gorgeous." None of that.
Sure.
I guess. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you right now. When I proposed, I was literally shaking like ridiculously. I told the story last episode about the proposal. So I know that the day that she walks down that aisle, I know your boy gonna be in shambles. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. And I'm
But
not afraid to admit that.
but if you didn't do that, you think Alyssa's gonna be like, nah, this nigga corny as fuck.
She says so. Like we've joked for years. She always asks me, "You think you're gonna cry at the altar?" And I always joke and say that I'm gonna have my best man next to me with eye drops to put him in as if I cried because I'm not a crier. But then I saw how I reacted when I proposed, and I was like, "Damn."
You gonna hear me from the crowd, nigga? You crying?
Right, that's justice. Man up.
You know what's another pet peeve of mine when it comes to social media? People like the fake ass like body language enthusiasts who swear that they know everything about relationships from people they have no idea about. Like there'll be a clip of two people like saying like, "I love you, babe. I love you too." People are like, "Oh, I could tell by the way she said that. She don't really love that nigga." You don't know them.
Yeah,
you have no idea how these people feel, who these people are. Like, what are you
Mind
talking
your
about?
relationship. Mind your relationship. That's
And
all
your
that matters.
business.
Exactly.
Your business, bro. Like,
it makes no sense. Everybody, I think people are just unhappy. Like they
Yeah,
they just want you. They want you to be unhappy like that. Like Vaughn, I don't know if you experienced this yet, but obviously you and Alyssa have been in a 4-year relationship, so you probably have. Just people, you'll see people just like just hate you because you happy with this person. like are you good? Like are you okay?
And that's why some stuff, it's hard for me at least, just because like this isn't a flex, but because I'm like a public figure, you know, kind of there's a part of my relationship in me that has to be out there, but not everything is for the internet. And
Exactly.
This era, I know it's so hard because the internet is so prevalent, but like this era does not understand that. They put everything out there, but then get mad when people comment on it. I think it was crazy that this woman, the Noah Lyles' wife, I think she responded on the internet to people that were saying it was like the reaction was bad. She doesn't have to do that. If she was fine with it, you don't have to defend your husband if you were okay with it.
yeah, but look, with social media, sometimes some comments will get to you. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you have like a large amount of them. And it may not even be like she was feeling like that. Maybe she like wanted to like protect her husband or whatever like that. Because I know I was explaining to you who Noah Lyles was before this. He gets a lot of hate for different things. He's very eccentric. Like, he was getting hate because the reason why he like really popped off, well, he's like an Olympic runner, but the only reason why like, he became mainstream is because he said like the NBA champions shouldn't be called world champions because they're only champions of the United States. So like he's kind of like missed certain social cues or whatever. But yeah, she might have just been like trying to defend him from the comments. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I guess, but I'm with Vont. Everything not for social media. People need to mind their own relationships.
That's facts.
A lot of unhappy people around here. Even the same thing you were saying. Like for our anniversary this year, like obviously people do posts every year, whatever, and we usually do our posts. This year we didn't do a post. You know why? Because we wanted to enjoy ourselves. We went out to dinner. We did our fun activities and stuff like that. We're cool.
Live in the present.
Exactly. Same thing with birthdays. Like I don't really be posting people for birthdays anymore because I give you a text, I call you. I don't need to post on Instagram no more with a picture of you. We're 25. I
used to be a big post you on your birthday person, and now I'm just like, I just don't need to.
I can't even get the picture out. I don't got no storage. I can't download it from iCloud. Like, come on. Like, you know, ain't nothing. We about to go have dinner. Relax.
Vaughn, one thing I do appreciate that you did is I asked you like when you told us, you were like, oh, and I'm like, oh, I'm surprised you didn't post anything on Instagram. He's like, yeah, I will in a couple of days. I'm just chilling right now, and like I get that because it's like not everyone needs to know yet.
Exactly.
I mean, again, like I said, for me it's a little bit different just because I'm a public figure. But I think like no matter who you are, the people that needed to know that I proposed knew.
Exactly. And that's all that matters.
Point of all this being, stay off the internet unless you're going to follow us on socials at Morning Commute Pod, Instagram and TikTok. If you love listening to the show, we appreciate you being here always. Go ahead and set the show to auto download and favorite it, leave a review, do all those things. That way you can be messy with us every single week. You can go follow me on Instagram at Vontleak, VONTLEAK. Chappie?
You can find me at Justin Chap, JUSTYNCHAP on Instagram and TikTok. Justice.
You can follow me on Instagram _Injustice. Subscribe to Supervillain Studios on YouTube and Twitch. Tap into the Supervillain Show and supervillainstudios.net. Get your villain. Oh, I'm not. I feel like I thought I was wearing it right now. Get your villain merch out now.
Hey, next episode is episode 50.
Woo!
Hey, that's what's up.
Getting up there, boys.
We'll see how long it takes for it to come out. No, we're staying consistent. The weather's getting nice. We podding consistently in 2026 this summer. Okay.
Trying.
Facts.
Yo, if you tapped into this morning show podcast, thinking you were going to hear something wholesome, you were sadly mistaken. We are the Messiest Morning Show podcast. Thank you for listening. It's Morning Commute.